Hey guys, I'm gonna let the cat introduce this one. Pete, you want to say anything? Anything? Any words? Meow. That's what he says. Wonderful. Well, this is the part 2 update video to show you all the new acquisitions and the stuff that I got from the Dan trip, as well as a couple new installs and changes down here in the basement. So, let's just get right into it. So, you might remember a while ago, well actually it was back in like September, October, Dan went to a showroom, the Becker showroom, which is now, I believe, probably closed. Anyway, so Dan got a whole bunch of stuff, and you might remember a while ago, I got a New-Tone Elegance that was new in box from there. And then after a while, there were some other ones I kind of liked, but I went for the Elegance first. Anyways, so yeah, then he uploaded a video, and I was like, you know what? Nobody's gotten this thing, and I've got the money for it, so I'm just gonna tell him I'll take it. And that fan was the Homestead Chippendale. So this is now my fan, and I am absolutely ecstatic. This is probably my second favorite Homestead after the Geneva. I just love the look of those, if you're wondering. There's the box, because it was new in box, which is another motivation of why I wanted this one. They're already rare fans, but to have the box and the packaging is awesome. So that's all there. Of course, it's installed, so that's why everything's all unwrapped. It's got a bit of a death wall on high, but otherwise it is pretty good. Very strong, very beautiful, very well made. One thing I found very interesting is that it looks like they're clearly trying to make it look like there's a stack motor here, even though this one uses a 188 spinner. But of course, I'll be discussing all that in some separate videos, because what I ended up doing was, I figured, you know what, I'm just going to record the whole unboxing, whole installation, and then of course do the demo as well. So I've got about like 3 or 4 videos that involve all of that, and maybe we'll upload it this Friday or next Friday or something like that, or the Friday after. But yeah, so I recorded that whole process, and I talk a lot more about this fan in those videos. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Like I said, it's my second favorite Homestead. I just love the geometrics of it. I just love everything about it. These are really neat fans. They're definitely some of my favorites. Homestead's always been a favorite brand of mine, but Homestead, really Homestead just makes so many designs that I absolutely adore, and this is another one of them. So yeah, I believe that's all I have to say there. Now, I did mention that there was a thrift store or like a salvage store in the previous video where I got a couple fans, and I'm now going to show those to you. So the first one is this SMC DC52 or Park Avenue, probably like a Park Avenue 4. I'm not a professional with SMC, okay? I want to say it's maybe it's Park Avenue 3. Anyways, so this one is probably, I want to say probably late 80s. It's got that plastic pull chain, not the Oreos. It does not have the Oreos like my Diamond Crystal does. It's got the weird like cloth cord looking thing with the little, like almost like coney sort of pull chain, like basically a thinner and longer version of this Ritz chain. By the way, I'll get to this in a second. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I know about it. Like I said, probably late 80s. I got this for 30 bucks, and there were a couple motivations. First of all, I could throw the down rod mount stuff on the Diamond Crystal if I ever want to mount that with a down rod. Second of all, my only set of SMC cane until I got this fan was torn and looked terrible. So that was a motivation for getting this as well. Of course, these cane blades are a little bit dirty. I could probably clean them, but I'd much rather have a little bit of dirtiness than having torn cane. So there were quite a few motivations to get this, and I'm glad I did, because it did work out pretty well. The light kit is stuck on there. Me and my dad are going to have to work on that once he gets home from work. Anyways, those are some of the glass shades that came with it. The center shade is already packed away in a box. And then Dan also gave me the mica shades that were shown on the Artisan in his video, so I do have those packed away as well. So I believe that covers all that sort of stuff. The down rods are here because my shelf is now full of fans, and I'll explain why in a minute, because it's not just some fans that I got during my Dan meet. I got some other stuff too. But anyways, I think that's about all I want to say about this. And this is the one that wasn't on the sale floor yet that I got for $15. It is a Parrot Uncle dryer, something like that fan. And now, I usually would not fall for something new, but these look so close to a lot of the Australian spinners, and I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but when it comes to Australian spinners, I absolutely freaking love them. I love them, I love them, I love them, and I wish we had more of them in the US. So when this one showed up, I was like, you know what, these probably aren't going to show up too much here in the US, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. I didn't know what it was till I did some research on the way home, but I did find out what it was. It was complete and it's in really good shape. So I believe they're discontinued now. It does, so it's a 42-inch fan, and they say it moves 4,800 CFMs. So I'm going to be very interested to see if that holds out. Probably not. They probably fudged it. Anyways, so that covers the fans that I got from the salvage or the thrift store. And you probably noticed a couple white and brass ones. I have decorative 1, decorative 2. These two, once again, came from my neighbor, the same neighbor that gave me the Galaxy and the other 2 decoratives. I'm going to go sit down because I am tired. But anyways, so yeah, this past weekend, I went ahead and, so his new fans came in. There were some new Craftmades. The new Pro Plus from Craftmade. Anyways, so yeah, I went ahead and I installed those. And I took these ones down. And I took these ones with me because he said I could. I got all the packing materials for the 2 new fans and all the extra pull chains, all the extra hardware he didn't need. I took it all. So I've got some other spare pull chain fobs and a bunch of packing materials back somewhere over there. But anyways, yeah. And both of them came with a light kit. One of them had a 5 light kit, and the other one had a 4 light kit. That was sort of like an extension of the switch housing. Kind of looks like those Hunter ones, but it isn't actually a Hunter. So it's kind of like that, except the arms do not rotate, and they don't angle or anything. They're just plain straight, and then they take glass. But it's not actually a Hunter. It does appear to be a Craftmade. So that's very, very interesting. But anyways, yeah, so I got all those, and I've got all the glassware put away already. That glassware I don't have any boxes for, that's why it's sitting out. And that one, by the way, is too big. I'll throw something in there, but I don't know what yet. Anyways, so yeah, I got those home this weekend, and I'm very happy because I've now got the full set of decoratives that came out of the house. Got a couple Honeywell things from the 90s in the basement. He's not really thinking about replacing them, but if he does, obviously they will go to me as well. But of course, that's jumping ahead because as of right now, that's not in the plans. So that about covers all the new fans. Now I could talk about the Ritz. So the Minka Solo I still have. It's on the shelf over there. So what happened was I reversed the Solo because I was curious if it would blow that little glow stick that you see up there. As soon as I reversed it, the fan quit. It would not run. And it took a lot of finagling to get it to even run in forward again. The reverse switch is definitely bad, so I'm going to have to go in there and replace that at some point. I don't know when, but it will happen because the reverse switch is definitely bad. And I don't know if that's why the speeds are weird. I may replace the capacitor too, but I'll worry about that later. Anyways, so I put up the Ritz Petite for a couple reasons. First of all, it's something like I haven't had on the display yet. And also, it's smaller. I wanted to put a smaller fan here because when I do eventually get a new shelf here for this spot, don't know when that'll happen, by the way, but I wanted to see if I could still leave a fan up. I'll probably have to go for an even smaller one, like Northwind size. I may even move the Northwind over there. But yeah, I want to try something smaller so I'd be more prepared for that. And this was the fan that fit. I wasn't going to put the Medilli back. I wanted something different, and this was that something different. And you'll notice the 2 boards. So you might remember me mentioning that the mount shook a lot. The box shook. Well, those boards, I asked my dad to put those up there to try to support the box so it wouldn't shake. And that worked because now all the wobble that you get is from the ceiling fans that are up there themselves and not the box. Because the mount on that fan combined with the shakiness of the box created a real death wobble that I could not stand. It was horrible. So I went ahead and did that, and now it's fine. You also notice 2 new drum lights here as well. Motivation behind that is, so my dad didn't want to buy any porcelain sockets because he doesn't like how they can crack and chip. And he didn't like the plastic ones we put up because they looked cheap and they were cheap, and they were kind of flickering. So we did away with them and brought these home. Now, these ones are nice because, once again, they met the requirement of having a pull chain because they do need a pull chain. And also, on the box, they looked smaller, so I thought they would maybe fit on the Crayon fan, the glass shades that is. They don't, but that's okay because they worked out great. They've also got 2 bulbs, so they do let out a pretty solid amount of light. They're great for what I need. So these are hopefully going to be the last time we change these fixtures, because I don't know how many times in like the last couple weeks I've gone up to that electrical box right there and swapped out that fixture. Well, me and my dad, because I don't take credit for all of it. Dad did some of it too. But yeah, seriously, I was tired of it, and these ones are really nice. I like them. They're cheap still, but I like them more. And I do believe that covers about everything. I don't really have anything else. I mean, I do got a bunch of new light bulbs and stuff that I got from my neighbor when we swapped his fans, but honestly, most of it is uninteresting. However, there are some other things, though, that I do want to show you quick before I let you go. So, in this box, we have Canfield blades, Kichler Canfield blades, right here. So, yeah, I finally got them in. They didn't notify me when they came in, but I called because I got curious, and they said, oh, we don't know why they didn't call you, but they are actually in. So yeah, I've got those, and I did already get the Canfield up. It works great. I'm so happy to finally have one of those because I love them, and I'm glad to have it working. They're the white finish instead of satin natural white, but that's still okay. And then I also went and replaced the capacitor in that Dayton because I wanted to put it up with the 4-speed slider, and as per usual, it was still running slow. It did that the first time I put it up and every time since. So Dan told me to replace the capacitor. I emailed him and asked him, and I replaced the capacitor, and now it works fine. And I do have a better video of it. The 4th speed does stall out, but I still did get a nice high, medium, and low out of it. So now I do believe that covers about everything, and I could have easily skipped some stuff. But before I let you go, I do want to say a big thank you to Dan for making all this work. I really enjoyed hanging out and recording some videos and getting these fans. That was absolutely awesome. I really appreciate this one in particular because I absolutely love this fan. But yeah, I do believe that covers everything I want to say. I do have some, I can't remember if I mentioned, but I do have some interesting content for this fan, and I'm going to upload that as soon as I can. I don't know if it'll upload because the videos may be too long, but we will see. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this 2-part little update series. So much has been going on here. And really, a lot of these updates should have been uploaded like a week and a half ago. But new things kept happening, videos weren't uploading, so now we're here. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Oh, before I let you go, I just wanted to let you know, I know it's catalog day today. I'm just going to skip it because I really don't have time. I got to test these other 2 fans, so I'm just going to skip it for today, and they should come back next time. Goodbye.